Morning, everyone. I'm Rochelle here from Mighty Pet in Menominee, Michigan, and I'm here with our trainer Megan. This month is National Train Your Dog Month, so we are going to show you some products from Kong today on some things you can use for behavior modification. Megan will explain a little bit more about that. We also have my dog Noble here with us. You often see him in the store, and Megan's Lark with us as well. So Megan's going to show you how she uses the Kongs at home with her dogs and talk a little bit more about those.
Okay, so Kongs are great. They're my favorite dog toy. They are the only one that I feel safe leaving my dogs with in their crates. Having said that though, with any new toy with your dog, you should always observe them chewing on it first to make sure that they aren't going to chew it apart. It's pretty rare with Kongs, but there are dogs that can do it. So there's kind of different levels that you can go for as far as difficulty for Kongs. So the easiest one would be to take like a hard treat and just put it in there. So dogs get better at Kongs the longer that they have experience with them. So the easiest thing you can do is take like a soft treat or some kibble and just put it in there and give that to your dog. It falls out pretty easy, and they're reinforced pretty readily for having that. The next step you can do is what I usually do, and I take some of my dog's kibble. So this is just some of her daily ration that I saved from breakfast, and then she also gets some wet food, and I mix that in. Yeah.
So Megan made a nice point there about how she incorporated her regular feeding into the Kong. You wouldn't want to additionally feed them this much food on top of their normal meal. You want to make sure that's part of their regular feeding.
Right.
So you're not overfeeding.
Yeah, and that's a good thing to do too. Feeding time is a really valuable time to be training your dog. So either if you're using their daily ration to reinforce training, that's great, but you don't always have time to do that. So if you feed your dog in a Kong, you're conditioning them that this is their favorite thing. It's a new hobby for them. They're working to get their food out of there. It takes them longer to eat. It's basically giving them a part-time job to do that doesn't involve chewing on anything inappropriate or doing anything that you might not want them to do. So it can be a really good habit to establish, but feeding them out of a Kong is fantastic because you're essentially training them to chew on what's appropriate. So I'm not going to take the time to do it all here, but I'd stuff this all in there, and you can give it to your dog like that right away. If you need to make it even more difficult, you can then freeze it. So that's how Lark gets her Kongs mostly. So this one is stuffed with the same mixture that I just made up here, and then I also took a little bit of dog safe peanut butter and stuffed the holes at both ends, and then I put it in the freezer. And they don't take that long to freeze, but this one's been in the freezer all morning, so then she could get that in her crate, and that will keep her busy for quite a while because it's like a multi-course meal. She'll get the peanut butter out first, then she's got the frozen kibble in there. I know, and she might wander off with it. No, she's not used to just getting them in the open. I like to just give them to her in her crate or when she's on place, and that also reinforces that that's a really good spot to be. She has zero problems going in her crate because she's eaten a lot of Kongs in her crate in her short life, and she kind of associates the one with the other. The other thing that I do sometimes is stuff them with other things. So I have some honey here and then some coconut oil, and that I made into a little mixture and I put in this Kong and I froze it. So this is kind of an extra treat. Noble's not a Kong dog, but we'll see how he does.
This is his first time. He's unsure.
He's unsure what to do with it. And that's pretty common. I hear a lot of people go, "Oh, my dogs won't play with Kongs." Well, don't give up on it. You can train them to really enjoy Kongs. It just takes a little bit. And I make it easier. Like, she's having a real good time right now. You can't see it from the camera, but she's got her little hands are hanging right onto it. But you use more enticing things, and you just gradually increase the difficulty. So start with super yummy and easy to get out, and then as they get better at it, you go to super yummy but harder to get out. So the coconut oil and the honey is really good for dogs. The honey is antibacterial. The coconut oil does nice things to their skin and coat. So that's, and it doesn't take a lot, or a little bit goes a long way. So you could just put like a spoonful in there, and it takes them forever to get that out of there. The Kongs are also nice because you can put them in the dishwasher. Having a bottle brush, like a baby bottle brush, is really handy too for cleaning out the little nooks and crannies. And then Rochelle will explain a little bit more about the different types of Kongs.
So Kong has a few different levels, I would say. So for new puppy owners, they have the pink and blue, which is the puppy. So it's a little bit less durable, I guess you could say. It's got a little bit more give to it. So a puppy that's teething or small can still get their jaw strength around it in order to break things out if you're freezing and not be too hard for them to chew on. And each level has sizes, so you always want to make sure that it's one size bigger than their mouth, so that they don't try to get it in their mouth enough that they could get stuck with it in their throat. So if you get a small one when the dog's a puppy but it's going to grow fast, you always want to go one size up from their mouth. Then their classic is the red. So this would be for your common dogs, one that's maybe not as destructive. And again, those come in small, medium, large, and I believe it's the extra large or jumbo that we have as well in the extreme. And then the extremes, these are going to be for your heavier chewers, your more durable chewers, or if you're giving it to them in their kennel and you don't want them to be able to gnaw a piece off, if you're going to be leaving it with them unsupervised, the extreme is their most durable version of that. Kong also has some stuffable recipes that you can put in there too. So they have a puppy recipe, they have a peanut butter. So like Megan said, she had some dog safe peanut butter, but these are made specifically for dogs. They look like your easy cheese cans, so they're easy to fill up into the Kong. You can freeze them, you can use them to pack the food, however you wish to do that. They also have some special biscuits that are shaped specifically to fit in the Kong upside down, so the smaller part goes in, the bigger part goes here, and so they have to work a little bit to get the biscuit out of the Kong. Nobles, oh there he goes. He clearly is enjoying his extra special treat here today. He's not a destructive dog. I can leave him unattended at home without worrying about him, although I'm sure if we were leaving for an extended period of time, he would enjoy having this to occupy him. So we may have to adapt and get him a Kong. If you have questions, we're a little far back from the camera today, but if you want to put any questions that you might have about the products or what we offer here at the store, or different options to fill them with, let us know and we will respond after the video. We also have some little recipe cards that we're going to be putting over in our Kong section. We do carry a wide variety of Kong toys along with the classic Kongs, with the stuffable Kongs. So they have all the other options for play as well as for occupying.
And they're all made in America.
Awesome, yes.
Also, January is National Train Your Dog Month. So we have a workshop coming up on I believe it's 18th.
Okay.
Friday, it goes the weekend of Friday and Saturday, the 18th and 19th. So there's going to be an open house and a workshop, which is filling up fast. It's going to be on how to stop your dog from jumping up. And so if you're interested in that, give us a call and we can get you signed up for it, or stop in. We're also going to be doing lodge tours, have some demos and some giveaways, and we're going to do some giveaways for Kong products, I think.
Yes,
Okay.
yep, we're going to create some baskets out of these, and so we'll do some giveaways on those at the open house, which is on that Saturday, the third Saturday of the month, since we don't have that date in front of us.
All right.
Anything else? We also have training classes starting next week, so if you haven't signed up yet, I encourage you, if you've been looking at those, to make sure to get in and get registered for those. We have lots of options this month and next coming up, starting, it hitting pretty hard in January. So we're ready to help you.
It'll be Friday the 18th is the workshop, and then Saturday the 19th is when we're doing the demos and the open house.
Thanks, Megan.
All right.
Have a good day, everyone.